So a while back, one of my community members asked me what really is the difference between having an emergency fund, a sinking fund, and normal savings account because they all sound like the same thing. I get it. They can be pretty confusing, but I'll explain the differences in this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria, your go-to person for all things budgeting and productivity. If you're yet to join the community, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. It is completely free. First of all, a savings account is a general account where you can save money for any purpose for future use. It's the normal bank account that you open with, say, Zenith Bank, GTB, EcoBank, FCMB, and so on. You could use it to keep money that you might need in the near future, like for a vacation or for a new car, anything at all. It's say, for example, the account you currently use for your salary. The money comes in and you either spend directly from it, and what remains there you decide to call it your savings, or when the salary comes in, you move a portion of it into another one of your bank accounts for savings so you don't touch it. The thing is, you may or may not necessarily define what you are saving that money for. What matters is that you are saving money. So what I'm saying basically is that your savings bank account is a general account where you put money aside for future expenses. A sinking fund is a specific savings account where you set aside money for a known expense that will happen in the future. This could be for things like your car repairs, your planned trip to Cape Verde, your annual insurance premium, or even Christmas vacation. Note, it could very well still be any of your savings account, but the difference is that you clearly designate that account for savings towards a specific thing and you don't mix it up or withdraw from it carelessly. Let me give you a personal example. The way I use sinking funds with my husband is that we do not spend on impulse except it is truly an emergency. We always plan for things that need cash in advance, right? For example, if you want to change our car or our phone, or maybe buy a costly gift for our parents, or even something as little as planning, well, not little, for our child's education and welfare or rent. We designate one of our savings accounts or create a separate label on one of the fintech savings platforms that we use where we save towards these needs. We never mix them up. We have a separate sinking fund or savings level specifically for rent, for childcare, for black tax. So when our salaries come in at the end of the month, we put it together, divide up the monies, and top up different amounts into different sinking funds depending on our budget. It could be 5k here, 50k there, 70k there, etc. This way, we are able to plan our income to conveniently handle all these different needs without getting boxed into a corner. So the idea is not to create a separate sinking fund or bank account for every single thing. It is to find a way to separate the monies you are saving for different things in a way that it makes sense for you. So I'm sure you already have multiple bank accounts, so you might as well put them into good use so you don't take the money that you are saving for your next year's rent to buy a new phone. Finally, let's talk about emergency funds. An emergency fund is a separate savings account that you use to cover unexpected expenses like a job loss or medical emergency. This is simple. You can use one of your savings accounts or savings label to contribute money monthly to grow an emergency fund. It is just what the name says it is, money kept specifically for emergencies. If you lost your job now, don't even say God forbid because it is very possible, it's life. If you lost your job now, right, you wouldn't be stranded if you have an emergency fund because it should cover at least 3 to 6 months until of your living expenses until you get another source of income. If you ask me, every single person or family needs an emergency fund and should have one. The main difference, right, or differences between savings, sinking funds, and emergency funds is their purpose. Don't let the names confuse you. They are just labels to help us distinguish between each of them. Savings accounts are for general expenses, sinking funds are for specific expenses, and emergency funds are for unexpected expenses. I have to say this, guys, no matter how many personal finance contents you binge watch on this YouTube, right? If you don't take action, it is a waste of your time. So don't wait until you're rich or you have more money. Start now to be intentional with how you plan. That's your little income. With our Mula budget template, you will manage your income better and create a budget for all the different, important things in your life, including your emergency fund. I cannot say it many times enough. So, guys, see the link in the description below to buy the Mula budget template. It's just 2,000 naira. That's less than $3. With that template, you are going to be sorted. Your finances will be sorted out. It's very easy to understand and make use of it. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, do well to leave a comment in the comment box below, and also hit the subscribe button and like this video. Until I see you in my next video, happy budgeting. Bye.